models look better,
I,
damn it.
anime. It's not anime.
It's not anime, it's
It
art,
it wasn't
mom.
just the women. It was like everybody. Like just make the character models look better.
It wasn't just the women. It was the donkeys too, okay? How we doing, everybody? My name is Freakweasel, aka Michael.
I'm Brandon, aka Recon Viper.
Welcome to Gaming Sagacity episode 5. We're gonna get just straight into it, getting to know us. We love this subject. We love the number picking game. Brandon, 1 through 3.
Two, dos.
Um, okay. Is there any game you think is considered a masterpiece of art?
Yeah, I think Elden Ring did a really freaking good job.
Okay, just between everything, or just like
Yeah,
visuals, or
I mean mainly visuals for me,
okay,
but yeah, like there was never really an angle or any section of that game that didn't look beautiful.
true. Um, for me, I think it's more the ideology of like androids taking over the earth. I think Detroit Become Human
That was
did
a good game.
a that was an amazing game that um you
So
know
I'm honestly surprised more game developers didn't pick up that format.
of like life choices are like that
Like
look
more of a movie esque game that you kind of input,
gotcha.
you have inputs in. I know like the what's it called? Was it Tall Tales or something like that? Like The
Oh,
Walking Dead.
Telltales.
Yeah, yeah.
Telltale.
I know. Like that series did really well. I'm just really surprised
Yeah,
that bigger game developers didn't come out with that.
with something like that.
Just like
I think
yeah,
I would have loved a Lord of the Rings. That would have been cool. Like your own Hobbit, and that would have been cool actually. But yeah, I think Detroit Becoming Human or Become Human, that it touched on subjects that not a lot of people wanted to touch on.
like what?
Um,
I actually didn't beat the game, so
well, there you played
I
as the
don't
girl
remember.
that like was like physical abuse,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was an abusive household. Um, Connor was a cop, and he had a they showed the side of like androids being discriminated against. There was, yeah, there was a lot that was brought to that game that I just that
Just a
it
really
was
good
beautiful.
story.
Yeah,
That's all it takes, man. That's all it takes to make a good
that's
game.
all it
You
takes.
have to get the writers in, the good writers, and write
Yeah,
stories, man. I
or
feel
you
like
just
I feel like a
join
lot of
Call of
the
Duty.
yeah, I feel like a lot of the good story writers have left Hollywood and game
Yeah,
developers. Like I'm
like
sure
I think
I
it's
know there's
been
a lot of good ones still out there, but I feel like we've gone down with the storytelling.
yeah.
It's not
I
focused
feel
on
like
as much.
I don't know. Like I think whoever made Stardew Valley, great storyteller from the perspective of I think that was probably the best I've played that didn't have voice lines. That it was just all it was reading, because you can read it in so many different ways, so many different emotions that you could read the text in. I think that's what makes those kind of games
Yeah.
pop out to me. Um, Especially if they make it so that way it's you can actually, yeah, you can actually do that. That's crazy. Um, so I tried to do this the other day, and it was Amazon's little, like, the huge sale I was telling you about. the buy two get one for free.
Did I miss it?
I don't know because it
Oh,
said that Amazon and Target was doing the same exact thing, but Target has a bigger selection. It had brand new games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope, which I wanted, as well as books, board games, and more. Um, See if you can't find three items you want. I tried doing it last night. I could not find out how to do it, but I also didn't go through the full checkout process all the way to the end. I just looked at my cart and it still said it was all of them were full price. So I don't I don't know um what's going on with that.
is it currently still going? Do you know? Is there a way to check?
Supposedly it's going through Cyber Monday.
When we get off the podcast, you need to show me because I am very interested in that.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of games that like there was like Sekiro and there was a lot of games. Ghost of Tsushima, something like that. Um, which is fine. Um, Twitter. You want to talk about Twitter?
Sure.
Um, they released that you can both buy and earn your verification badges. Um,
I took it away.
uh, they took it away. But it says that you could click the verification on the profile to see who earned
Yeah.
it and who
Like
bought
how
it.
they got it. Yeah.
That was the funniest shit to me. Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, guys, I'm blue check marked, and like
So
people
what's the
click on
point of having one?
and people would just send screenshots to like in the replies and be like, really, you bought it, you bought it, or it was they took it away because people were
I
taking
I'm really surprised no one saw that coming. Because I saw that
hey,
coming.
good old Elon. I They took it away because people were making fake um
Mm-hmm.
accounts,
Mm-hmm.
fake like employer accounts.
Mm-hmm.
The funniest one to me was someone pretending to be Wendy's USA, and adding Wendy's and said 1v1 me on Rust. That was the funniest one I think I saw. I actually laughed out loud when I saw that one. But people were pretending to be people left and right. That was a good little stint. I'll be honest, I wish Twitter kept it going. I know the reasonings they didn't, but I really wish they did because that would have been funny just to see the downfall of Twitter and all these companies on Twitter.
Yeah.
I wanted that to keep going.
With
Um,
what Twitter?
I wanted them to keep that fucking shit on there, the
Oh yeah.
verification.
Dude, as soon as I well, yeah, as soon as I heard about it, I was like, cool, people are gonna be able to get their verifications, but at the same time, I'm just like, this shit ain't
RIP
gonna
whips,
last.
RIP whips, bro.
I see a lot of people, well, not really a lot. I've seen a couple of the content creators that I do pay attention to. They just put in parentheses check mark
Oh my god,
to make fun
my
of it. But yeah,
in parentheses check mark.
this whole check mark thing is like it makes sense. Like not the pay for, but like from the very beginning, the check mark was just such a coveted thing that people
Yeah,
want, and I get it because of how many scams and stuff there are, and like I get it, but at the same time, it's just it,
the coveted check mark, bro.
this like uh, how would we do it? How would we make it to where anybody can get a check mark with a driver's license? But the thing is, you got to think about it, right? People could go make a driver's license, like picture, like edit it, like Photoshop it, and like send it in. But like, how would we actually verify?
So
I have the answer. I'm gonna wait for you though.
I mean, I don't want to get like too personal. Like I would say social, but that's
Well, I mean,
way too
you
personal.
could.
Yeah, you could, but that's way too personal information. What's your solution?
Bryce and I talked about it on our podcast. I truly think that's where blockchain could come in.
I heard about blockchain. What was blockchain again? It
Cr-
was
Well, the technology behind crypto, the same
yeah,
technology that they use for NFTs, like
yes,
that's what makes NFTs so intriguing is the fact that you can verify the fakes from the real ones.
gotcha.
So if we
So you
attached
can't just make a new Bitcoin or whatever.
if we attached your private key to your identity to where you can identify your real driver's license from the fake accounts on Twitter,
That would be verification.
anybody who actually verified got a check mark.
Well, they made it so how they describe the blue check mark, and I want to say it verbatim, so that way I don't fuck it up. So let me scroll through Twitter real fast. Yeah, I find somebody. There you go, first person that I
I mean,
found.
people had to have known that scammers would get a hold of this paid blue check mark and scam people. Like
A
it's
hundred
like a
percent.
like any scammer who can make hundreds of dollars a day paying $8 a month for a check mark is going to do it.
Well, they don't. It's the check mark's not for. It's not for verification that the person is who they say they are. That's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's whatever. The the this is what it says. It says verified account. This account is verified because it's notable in government, news, entertainment, or other designated categories.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, you just get a blue check mark because you're popular,
Yeah,
which is fine. I don't need
that's
a blue check mark.
unfortunate. I honestly think that it should be more for making sure that you're the
Verification
real,
thing.
you're who you say you are. Yeah,
Yeah, the blue check mark is just a is just popularity, and that's all it is.
yeah, that's sad.
That's but it is what it is.
I think
Can't
anybody
change
who's
that.
well, I mean, like, if your whole point is to get a blue check mark because you want to be popular, those people who strive for that end up with some problems.
Yeah, that's yeah.
If you're trying to get popular because you want a blue check mark on Twitter, you got some bigger
I've done
problems.
stupider things. I've done stupider
Yeah.
things.
I hope
Getting
you
in the
I
shopping
hope
cart.
I hope whoever does that gets true fulfillment from getting that check mark.
True. They probably will too. But at the same time, they're making a full business out of it.
What? Twitter on blue check marks or the people trying to get the check mark?
Somebody trying to get the check mark because
Uh,
at some point they're gonna have to become a notable person of society.
Very small percentage will, but yeah,
What?
get the blue check mark
Oh,
or
duh.
reach that point where they want to.
Yeah, that is even possible. Imagine people strive for it and then they take Twitter away. That'd be funny.
They take
But like I
Twitter
said,
away? What do you mean?
yeah, like just Twitter shuts down. I know
Like
Twitter won't
like it
shut
gets
down
banned or
anything, but
something?
yeah.
No, dude. Like I don't like to get political, but did you see Biden's tweet this morning?
Oh man, I will not look at it. I don't follow politics. Politics run this world, and so be it. One voice isn't going
the
to change anything.
my point was saying that was that if Twitter is going to be continuously used to drive political decisions or advice or comments, it will
Yes.
never shut down.
No.
Too much
Because
money.
everyone's too much money is getting driven in and out of that thing.
Hmm.
Um, speaking of money, Marvel and DC, they make a lot of it.
Can we rewind a little bit? Because I remember being really excited to talk about it. I don't remember what we were talking about on the last podcast. Can
Okay.
we, can we go over it? Do you remember?
So, from what I understood, we were talking about. I don't remember.
From
We were
what,
really
from what I
excited.
understood, I have no idea.
From what I remember, it was. God, what was
All I
it?
remember is I was actually really excited to talk about it on this
You were
podcast.
really excited to talk
Yeah,
about
and
it
I
on this
don't remember
podcast.
why,
We'll do a nice
other
little
than the
cut
fact that
for
I'm
your time.
passionate.
Um, we were talking about. Well, probably have it in my notes. No, no, I don't have it in my notes.
I could bring it up on the browser. Uh, oh, my bad.
Huh. Yeah, I found it.
I'm in the freaking podcast right now. I need, you know what I really need to start doing?
Huh.
I need to start marking the YouTube videos.
Subject.
Yeah, that way it's much easier to find stuff.
So I found it.
You
We
did.
were talking about, yes, we were talking about how Black Adam was coming out and
Oh
how
yeah,
we felt like, or how I felt like
this is gonna be interesting because I watched it last night.
I have not watched it, and I have
Okay,
not watched Wakanda Forever either.
I watched that this weekend.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go see that tonight
You
because
should. It's good.
I'm right
It's
across the street
way
from
better
it.
than Black Adam.
Oh, dude, I thought you were gonna say Black Panther. I was like, no, don't crush my hopes like
Oh
that.
no no no! Well, you say you're gonna go watch Wakanda Forever tonight?
Yeah, I'll go watch
Yeah,
Wakanda Forever tonight.
Wakanda Forever was good. It was good.
Um, yeah, I we were talking. Okay, so we were talking about how Dwayne the Rock Johnson, my man that gives people the people's elbow or whatever, um, they he is Black Adam in the DC universe, whatever. Um, I think that the hype around him is gonna be able to open up a lot of avenues as if it was the D or the MCU to open up a lot more creativeness for like Avengers and phases and stuff like that. Justice League movies where they actually have a lot more than just Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, and the guy from Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
Lisa Momoa. Momoa. But yeah, I think that that portion of it, I mean, I like it. Um, I like the ideology behind the Rock. He's definitely a businessman. He's a great businessman at that. So, um,
What
same thing
I
with
was actually just thinking about this. I don't have anything against The Rock.
yeah, except for his
Um,
bald head.
no, I like his bald head. Like it's not really a problem. When I watch The Rock,
Okay,
I
like in
don't.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know how when you watch, that's a good example. You watch some movies and there's an actor playing a character, and you're like, wow. Either you have like
yeah,
a perspective of like you know what the character is supposed to be, i.e., like you read the book or you
yeah.
read the comic book, so you know how the character is supposed to
Reading,
be. So
reading.
when an actor comes in and plays a character, you're like, man, he did a really good job playing the character.
Yeah,
When I watch The Rock, I'm like, it's The Rock. He's playing the
it's
same character.
it's he's just playing himself. Yeah,
He's exactly. That's how I
I've
feel.
heard that a lot about him.
Not that it's a problem, but when you go see
But
a movie with The Rock in, you know what to expect.
yeah,
It's very predictable.
yeah,
Watch like Black Adam was. I don't even want to say that it was great because it was to my standards
it was to your standards,
because I have
but
pretty low standards with movies. Uh,
okay,
but like okay, from the stuff that I can't speak about, cinema photography, as with most of the DC movies, was fantastic. Like
yes,
the post production, the angles, like everything looked great. The storytelling, it was one of those movies where it felt rushed. Like they didn't really spend a lot of time on
what
story. It
movie
was
was
it
this?
was Black Adam.
Okay,
It felt rushed in the sense that things were happening way too fast with no explanation.
gotcha.
Characters were coming in. You have no idea. They have no introduction. They're just coming in.
But as if like unless you saw
like
the
like like they were coming in like how they were in the Avengers with no backstory.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, that sucks. Like I
So
was really hoping Black Adam would be like the I don't know. I wish they would actually make a movie for DC that would actually be like,
yeah,
like it's something that
I
could compare
think
to
the
the
D
movies for MCU.
the DC movies are good.
They yes.
They just have really poor storytelling, like we were just talking about.
Yes.
Like they're not telling the story. Like um, I like origin stories, and I think that
Okay.
it's been overdone these last
Yeah.
10 like decades or these
Yes.
last couple decades. So like Spider-Man can only be done so many times, right? Like that's why Spider-Man worked.
Yeah.
Everybody knew the Spider-Man origin. So when Tom Holland got introduced in Civil War, it wasn't a big deal. Everybody knew who he was anyway.
Exactly. It
But
was
but you can't do that to
red
characters we've
spandex.
never seen before.
No. Yeah,
Like
that
Suicide
that's
Squad worked because the first half of the movie was introductions.
yeah, legitimately they went down the cells and they were like, this is this person. This is why they're in here. This is
D
what they did. Next.
DC has been doing this thing lately where they're like they do a Justice League movie and they introduce characters and they're like, who who was popular? Oh, let's make a movie for him, like Aquaman, right? It worked for Aquaman, but now they're like, oh man, Aquaman was so popular. Let's do it for all these other characters.
Yeah, let's do Aquaman over and over again.
They make movies based on the popularity of the movie that had all of the characters.
I
Does
think
that
the
make
best
sense? I may be alone in that thought process, but that's how it
no,
feels to me.
they definitely are not they're not doing too well for themselves when it comes to stuff like that.
So, like I said, Black Adam was good. If you
Okay.
don't factor the storytelling,
Yes.
another thing I feel, and this just happens when you spend a shit ton of money on one actor and no, you don't spend a lot of money on other actors.
Nothing else. Yeah.
It felt like the movie was literally just showing The Rock off.
Like him like what do you mean by that?
Like I understand the movie is called Black Adam, but it was all about The Rock. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So, okay.
It's like we spent millions of dollars on The Rock. We're gonna this. It's all gonna be about him.
That's disgusting.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not
That's
trying to make it
actually disgusting.
derogatory or anything because I like The Rock,
No. Yeah, but at the same time
and the people who go to see that movie are Rock fans.
yeah, I mean, yeah. But I feel like most of the world now is rock fans.
I guess let me put this in this way: the movie caters to Rock fans and not necessarily to DC people.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
Which which I mean, I want to know how much the Rock's net worth is because like fuck.
Imagine, how do I put this? RDJ is Iron Man, right?
He will always be Iron Man, yes.
RDJ embodies that character.
Yes.
How I
Yes,
feel with
Iron Man.
Black Adam is the Rock. Does that make sense?
That
Not
yes.
the other way around.
Yes, Adam is basically just yeah. I feel that.
You see what I'm saying?
I,
So
yeah,
like when you make a
I
movie
understand.
about Iron Man, you want RDJ to play it
Yeah, because
because
it's gonna
he is
be
Iron
RDJ.
Man. So like imagine a movie where it's kind of hard because I don't feel the same about RDJ and Iron Man that I do with characters like Black Adam.
Yeah,
Um,
I
because
feel like
they did a really good job with the origin story in Iron Man. That's why it worked.
yeah, yeah. The question I have right is could right now with the people we have introduced and whatnot, is there any way or any person you could compare, not compare to RDJ, but RDJ is fucking RDJ. Is there anybody you could compare that would that that statement works for as well? Does that make sense?
Uh,
So we just said, right, as a whole, R Iron Man is RDJ and RDJ is Iron Man. That's
yeah,
they work the synergy between them is extremely well. We understand like that was a great
that's
choice.
because
That was
RDJ is playing Iron Man. Like you can go
exactly.
watch other RDJ movies and be like, man, he played that character really well. Like Doctor Doolittle, he did a really good job playing that character,
Yes.
even though the movie was kind of, but
Is there anyone else in the MCU that we can say is like Scarlett Johansson is Black Widow? Black Widow, like obviously that's not the statement I want because that's a piss poor statement. But
are
like
you saying like anybody could have played that character,
no,
or
I'm
what are you saying?
asking is there anybody that
Embodies their
played
character
yeah, that played
in the
their character
MCU?
very well? Yes,
Um,
other than RDJ.
Quill. Chris Pratt plays. Chris Pratt's a good actor. He plays those characters pretty well.
Okay.
Uh, uh I think Chris Hemsworth does a really good job playing Thor
Thor.
for the
Okay.
most part, at least the early, in my opinion, the earlier Thors.
Okay.
Um,
But with those two examples, you had what? Chris Pratt, Thor, or Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth. Do they do as good? Does anybody do as good as a job as RDJ?
and that's why everybody loves Iron Man. It's because
Yeah.
RDJ just played that character so well.
That yeah. The I don't think anybody in their right freaking mind would say anybody played something better than RDJ.
It's gonna be really hard dabbling in the multiverse like we are right now in the MCU. It's gonna be really hard seeing anybody except RDJ play Iron Man because it's only a matter of time before they run into another Tony Stark, right?
Well, I want to make sure these are still up because I want to best.
Because
So give me a second.
like we're in this part of the MCU where a lot depending on what direction they go, which they've already gone in this direction, we're gonna see a lot more of every character we've ever seen. Okay.
Okay.
If they don't do it correctly, it could be the end of the MCU. If they put the wrong character inside the Iron Man suit, like that's why they haven't touched on it because RDJ isn't coming back unless they pay
True.
him out if unless the offer's so big that he can't turn it down. RDJ
Yeah.
is not coming back to play Iron Man. It's only a matter of time before we run to another Tony Stark, unless they just avoid it completely, which is probably the direction they probably might go into or even should. But if they put the wrong person in the Iron Man suit, I mean, a lot, not a lot. There are a lot of people who have left watching the MCU because of Iron Man's deaths. Spoilers, sorry,
Oh yes, such a
but
spoiler. How long has that movie been out?
but yeah,
Yeah, but he feels like he's done all he could with that character, and realistically, that's true. I mean, that character had a lot to you know take in, and a lot to actually make
I'm
happen.
I, maybe contrary to popular belief because I know a lot of people who just want RDJ back, but
Well, yeah,
I like when they make deaths meaningful in movies and TV shows because yeah, when you kill a character, if you
yeah,
keep bringing them back, it gives less meaning to that
the
event.
character. Yeah,
The
that
reason
that
why Endgame makes me cry every time is because I know RDJ is gonna come back.
pussy.
Like
I was like
that
pussy.
the death was so meaningful for both in the movie and out that it's heavy. It's a heavy movie.
Yes. Yeah, that character meant a lot to so many people that yeah, that was.
Have you watched an MCU movie since Endgame and been like, wow, that was a good movie?
I haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet,
That's
so
true. That one hit me pretty good too. Probably because of the same reason, and not in the same reason as RG Jake not coming
I was
back.
I was about to
But
say I was about to say
yeah,
Chadwick Boseman's not coming back for different reasons, but
yes, exactly. But that movie is pretty heavy.
yeah, that I don't
There
know,
there
man.
there
That
there is a section of the movie I can warn you that is you kind of you feel like you want to progress the story. Like there's nothing happening. It's just kind of like
It's just there.
I don't like when movies put action in to fill the movie. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
I could
I
see
I
that.
like story, like not necessarily slow story, but like you need character development in a movie to make the flow right.
Yes.
So when you just slam put action in, it feels like, oh, it's like, okay, I get it. They need to fight, but can we like move it a little bit? It's being petty. It's a little petty thing for me, but like
Well,
there is a section of movie that you're like, man, how long we been in here? Shit.
okay, yeah. Because
Yeah.
how long's the movie? It's like
It's
3 hours.
pretty long. Let's see. Wakanda Forever runtime. Yeah, 2 hours 41 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm because when Chadwick Boseman died, that one hit a lot of people a lot of different ways,
Yeah.
obviously. But dude, I I don't know. The whole thing with Chadwick Boseman, like the one that makes me tear up every time is they um when they had
What are you doing right now?
um fuck. I think I'm having a stroke. Um okay, when they did their press conference for Wakanda Forever
Oh yeah.
and they had like Siri or Suri or whatever her actual name is. Um, she was like, "Oh yeah, no, I was, everyone's just saying, oh, R.I.P., R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman," and I was like, "Oh, that's fine," and my phone's blowing up, and I didn't have my phone on me at the time, and next thing you know, I was just gonna let it all go away by calling Chad, and
Then he
she was
wasn't
like,
there.
"I called him, and I called him, and I called him, and he just wasn't answering." And then she said, "I thought he was just busy." And next thing you know, yeah.
That
But
sucks, dude.
I mean, I obviously have never acted in my life, nor have I been in such a one public and two meaningful project as something like the MCU. The that's the main thing, right? Um, but I don't know. I don't think I would ever have the feeling of a not brotherly person die. I don't think I would ever be able to go through what the hell she went through. I don't think it's not like, oh, I don't think I can do it as a person. I just don't think I will ever have the experience like that. And obviously, different experiences, different things. But I don't know. It was yeah, it was something different. Um, so I like to go through Marvel, like, what is it called? Like Marvel what ifs, because there's a subreddit which is backslash, I think it's just backslash what if, and it is like the most recent one was, what if Chadwick Boseman put on the gauntlet with his suit on? Because everyone was saying that he could just like absorb the power, and
Yeah.
so everyone was like, did Iron Man really have to die, or could Chadwick
Well,
Boseman just be like
the
and
thing
absorb it?
is Tony Stark's the last suit he was wearing was the same thing as the Black Panther suit. So
True.
there's your question.
Yeah.
The suit actually
Because
kept
they
Tony
they
alive a lot longer
no,
than it would have
it
if he
should have.
wasn't wearing it.
Yeah, because I think it would have just turned him to dust, right?
It it would have. I mean, you saw what it did to the Hulk, and
Imagine if the
very.
Hulk, hear me out, the Hulk had an Iron Man suit made with the Wakandan material. What's that called? Vibranium?
Mhm.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, it's nanite nanomites, whatever. I don't know what they called it in the MCU. He said it at the when the alien showed up when he was at Doctor Strange's sanctum.
Oh, when the Hulk version
Yeah,
of
he's
the
like
yeah the
nanites.
Megazord.
You like them or whatever?
Yeah.
It's the same stuff.
Um, what do you think the best superhero video game is?
Are we going back to the video games?
Yeah.
Superhero video game. Superhero video. You know how I feel about superhero video games.
Yeah, but like,
Well, let's go through them. What superhero video games are like available to play that you can play? Are you talking about the MCU
there
specifically,
is
or any superhero?
any superhero games. You have all the Arkham series. You
I never played
have
Arkham series.
it's good. It's decent.
Yeah,
Anyways. Um
I played a little bit of the Avengers, like the newest game. Actually, I you know what? I need to
uh
play that.
what,
I
the
actually have
Avengers
it.
video game?
Yeah,
We still need to play Halo co-op.
yeah,
Yeah, we need to play it.
yeah. I should play Avengers. I need to play. I actually have a couple single player games I need to get through. I need to get through the third Tomb Raider, which I have downloaded, and the Avengers game because I never finished the Avengers. But from what I played of it, it was decent.
I need to
It wasn't
play
like a great game,
yeah.
but it was decent. It's pretty good.
I'm in the process of all the Assassin's Creeds, you know that.
Yeah.
I need to
Are you
get
still
those
playing
done.
Fallout 2 or did you finish that?
Finish that.
You did. Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm on Assassin's Creed now, and then I don't know the other game
Maybe I
I want
should
to
do
make
a
up my time is
playthrough of
Fortnite and
Skyrim.
Warzone. They have yeah, that'd be cool. Skyrim's one of those games that it's known for bringing people in, roping people around their little fingers. Plus, you can mod it.
Yeah.
You can do whatever mods you want.
The only mods I've ever done are visual. So before the special edition came out, I used to make the water like look nicer and the bag like the inventory management mod that they had where it
Oh
made it a
yeah,
lot easier to like, you know, see
actually
what's in your
manage.
inventory and like move
Yeah,
stuff around. And then yeah, the I made the women look better. Just like because
don't build off that. Don't build off that.
Skyrim's old, man. Like the faces don't
Do
look
not
great.
do Brandon. You have a wife. You have a child on the way. You shouldn't have to make anime girls look better. Damn
I,
it!
anime. It's not anime.
It's not anime. It's
It
art,
it wasn't
mom.
just the women. It was like everybody. Like just
Uh,
make the character models look better.
It wasn't just the women. It was the donkeys too. Okay. Oh, Brandon. Normally I say the off-brand stuff.
So yeah,
Oh,
I would
that's
go
fine.
as far as the
Don't take my
question.
thunder.
As far as your question about the
Oh
superhero
yeah,
games,
superhero movies. So
Avengers, yeah,
you
probably.
have Marvel Avengers. You have the Arkham Knight series. You have Gotham Knights now. You have What else do you have? You have the old school Deadpool game. You have
There was a Deadpool game?
the two. There was a old school Deadpool game. Yeah, that was like PlayStation 2, GameCube, like that era.
Yeah, I hated that
Um,
era for superhero games.
oh yeah. Um, I mean, not going all the way back because you could go all the way back to Ultimate Alliance. That was a decent game. One and two. You have the. You keep making me yawn. God damn it. Two Spider-Man games. The
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Miles Morales, and then they have the co-op one coming out soon,
I,
or not
re-
soon,
I
but
really wanted to like the new Spider-Man games.
you not. What was
I
wrong
haven't
with you?
played I haven't played Miles Morales.
It's
But the
just
first
it's just Spider-Man with it's like a DLC for Spider-Man. That's all it is.
yeah,
What was wrong with it?
don't know. The only thing I enjoyed, I think I've said this on the podcast. The only thing I enjoyed about the Spider-Man game, the first one that came out, is just going around the city on the web. But like I think that's what it was. I didn't like the fighting in Spider-Man.
What was it too quick timey for you?
Quick timing.
Yeah,
Like
so
the
I mean
movements
I
were
know
too
that's not
big, like
a
too
word.
fast. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was a little cartoony for me. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm weird.
Yeah, we don't need that though.
I'm
That
I'm a
is
one I'm a unique person because a lot of the things that I say about games or movies, people are like, you're you're not right, man. You're not right. It's like
you're not right
it's
in the
just
head.
that's just
What is
that's
wrong
just me,
with you?
man. Like I have a very specific. It's not like a
Set of
checklist, but
skills, and you're
like
gonna go after your daughter from the sex traffickers.
what what?
The have you never seen Want or Taken? You said that you have a certain set of skills, and I said, "Well, you have a
Oh,
certain
not a
set of
certain
skills."
set. I have a like checklist of like what I want a
Said
game to be.
what?
I just I think I was like going a little too fast and you said you were like catching up with what you were saying and then I had to like I'm like, "What? What'd you say?"
Yeah, dude. Did you not know about the human sex traffickers in the MCU?
It was in that what was that movie that nobody knew about that came out or TV show Inhumans, I think it was called. I haven't even watched that.
Inhumans. The
And
fuck
that's
is that?
the fact that you don't even know what it is really
Inhumans?
yeah, I think it's called Inhumans. It's
What
about
is it
like
about?
it's I think it's about it's kind of like what Strider did for the X-Men. Strider? Is it Strider? Was that his name? Not Strider. The guy who made Wolverine. What's his name?
Wolverine?
No, the guy who made him like into what he is.
Logan.
No, the guy who made Wolverine in the movie. Like,
Hugh Jack.
oh my god, you're so ridiculous.
I think it is
Wolverine,
Strider.
Wolverine origin.
Why are you making it? Why are you making it? Yeah, it's Strider.
Is it Strider?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh, yeah, it was Inhumans. It was like pretty much what he was doing, but to like little kids.
That's. When did this come out? And it's a TV show or a movie?
Is it Inhumans? I think that's what it's called. Inhumans.
Oh, Striker.
Yep.
Striker and the Weapon X teams.
Striker. Yes, yes,
Yes.
Striker. Is it Inhumans?
What the hell is Strider then?
Marvel movies 2022.
Hack and slash platform game. What? Strider is a 1989
Disney
arcade game.
Plus.
What?
What?
Strider is a 1989 arcade game that was first released in Japan in 1989 by Capcom. Where the hell did you get that?
Well, Strider's freaking Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. That's probably where I drew that from.
Okay, Brandon, I'm gonna just say that I hate what you did because every time I click off of something on my computer and go back to Discord, all I see is Tim the Tap Man's thumbnail of him fat in a chair. That's all I see. Okay, we need to reel that back a little bit because holy hell, it's the funniest fucking thing ever, bro.
Dude, I swear, Dr. Lupo, and Dr. Disrespect, if you ever look at their live thumbnails,
I like the little commander what's his
like
name?
there was one where Dr. Disrespect he was playing with Tim, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but Tim was like his head was photoshopped onto a baby, and Dr. Disrespect was doing something. Dude, I lost it.
Jesus Christ.
I lost it, dude. That shit was so funny.
So
What was this freaking?
what are you trying to look up?
I'm trying to find that show that nobody actually knows about that I was talking
The
about.
point that you can't even find it on Google. Also, it looks like you're looking at the light.
I know. Oh, what is it? I'm pretty sure it came out. It might have not come out yet. It was like it was almost like a scary, uh, Marvel scary. It's.
Your keywords are on point, bro.
I know I'm terrible.
Okay. Turn on. Thank you.
What's your next thing you're gonna talk about while I try to find this?
That
What?
th- this one.
I can't look at that. Oh, actually, no. I'll look at it on my phone. So
It's the Marvel the Inhumans OV. I don't know what the hell the OV means. Is this what you're
no,
talking about?
This came out
Inhumans
in
is a
2017. I found this. I don't think it's called Inhumans. It's something else that came out.
um
Um,
Inhumans teaser 2023 was Vin Diesel. Unhuman.
is it Unhuman?
Wait, no, that's not part of it. At least I don't think so.
I like how I say scary Marvel movie, and then the second thing is top 10 most kid friendly Marvel movies. It's like I'm trying to find. Oh, is it the New Mutants? Is that what it is?
Oh, I've heard about that.
Mutants. Was it New Mutants? The New Mutants. Yeah, this is it. It's called the New Mutants.
Wow, you were really close with the Inhuman.
I thought it was a one word title, but yeah. I don't even remember why I brought this up. What were we talking about? I don't remember.
But yeah. Um, did we talk about DMZ yet? I don't think we talked about DMZ, did we?
Well, I mean, I have it in the recording,
Oh yeah,
but we can talk about
yeah.
it
We
right
already
now if you
talked about
want.
it. Nah, we
We're
don't
talking
think we
about.
talked about it.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do the transitions for that. But yeah, what's your next subject?
EA strikes the deal with Marvel, starting with an Iron Man game that we have nothing to know about, and what we want to see from EA comparative to what they have, and compare it to what they have already done.
Okay, what was the first part of that question? EA and what?
So EA strikes it's a 3 game deal with
Oh,
Marvel.
a three
Right
game
now,
deal.
the only thing we know is that they're starting with an Iron Man game.
Really?
It's EA though.
Why? Why EA?
They could do that, dude.
Do you
We've talked about
think
this so many times.
do you think they're gonna do like a single player game or is it gonna be
It,
like a multiplayer game?
it would have to be multiplayer. That's where you get the most money.
That's true. That's why I'm scared about it because I want it to be a single player game.
Or they do a single player game with probably the highest number of like transact like microtransactions for like cosmetics and stuff.
It's just that business model doesn't work that well on single player.
People will still buy it.
I mean, yeah, but the percentage to compare to people who are gonna buy cosmetics on multiplayer games is different. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It's
We'll see.
I I want more details on it to give any type of opinionated stance on it.
I think at this point, anything that EA can do to stay afloat with their game development is like it's funny.
They're they I don't know.
Like think about how much like I don't even know how much money they spent on Battlefield 2042,
Oh my god,
just the
dude.
marketing alone. But like I probably I could probably look it up how much money they probably lost. But like
Oh, they probably lost
they
millions.
probably made it up in FIFA though.
Everybody's been
And
talking about FIFA at
apparently
my work.
according to Bryson, EA lost the contract for FIFA,
I
which
bet
is
he's happy.
probably well, yeah, which is probably the reason they're picking up these contracts because FIFA
Yeah.
was a very big money generator for them.
I don't
So
know. Maybe we'll see the resurgence of EA.
it's gonna take a lot.
Just get a new CEO, bro. That's all you need to do. Or CFO, whatever the fuck it is.
CFO is Chief Financial Officer.
I don't. What's the E
You're
stand
probably
for then?
you executive. Um,
Ooh,
that's the
fancy.
person you see, like the head honcho of the company. That he's in charge of operations, basically.
And then
Financial
chief.
officers like making sure revenue and like making sure that the company still has money at the end of the day, basically.
Money's money. They can lose it. I got nothing else.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
We're doing an outro.
Uh,
Outro music
sure. Yeah.
plays. Ba, 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 da, ba. Outro music plays. Dun, dun, dun.